I'm gonna need this 10 minutes. So I gotta somehow tech it. I somehow gotta figure out how to make an interesting incorporated self-talk and interview video how I used to do. Now, for some of you new people, are like, the fuck? For some of you older people, like, oh, he's going back to that. The fuck? And honestly, the house is quiet for how long? I don't fucking know. And I don't even know if I'm disturbing kids that are asleep. So I should probably quiet down. I don't freaking know. Either way. So I'm just trying to figure out. This is probably going to be a project for next month because it's already like the fucking 30th. I ain't got enough time to do this. Plus, I gotta reclean my room for like the millionth time. But either way, I've been hearing this ever since I started working at this job, even though it's my third time being in this area. But I used to hear it from this one lady that I absolutely loved and adored. My first ever client that just like made me kind of fall in love with the job, even though I've been doing the job for years. I've got 10 years of experience, but like 1 year on payroll, if you get what I mean. Like I tell everybody when they say, how'd you get into the caretaking world? This was my job at a very young age. I just didn't know it was a job. I just didn't think it was a job. I thought it'd be cool to be a job, and then I grew up and became an adult, and I was like, oh, this is a job. I have had, is currently, this is the situation, but growing up, I had a lot of great medical dummy examples, which is the worst way for me. But it also gets you guys into my mind frame and how I think and why I say the things I say. It's because I'm fucking insane. Not insane like I'm gonna murder people, but insane aware enough to know that the things I say are probably not the accurate enough things. But am I any professional background? No, that's why I'm wearing what the fuck I want, and I'm saying however the fuck I want. Either way, I grew up mentally disabled siblings that had disabilities varying from autism, Down syndrome, shaken baby syndrome, the mind of a teenager, seizures, fetal alcohol, double amputees, paraplegic, quadriplegics. Did we have a paraplegic? No, I think we just had quads. Quadriplegics, for sure ADHD, maybe even bipolar, if not borderline. There was just some things that were inside the house. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck this is because nobody gave it a title, but this is something right the fuck now. And because my psychological education didn't come on until I was older in high school, and because I'm the one that wanted to be interested in it, like that's a self-interest. Nobody really tried to sharpen this mind. They were surprised when it was this fucking sharp, this fucking nice, this fucking aware. Yeah, I just didn't want to say much because every time I did, y'all just told me, shh, so why? I thought you guys saw that shit too. And every time I used to warn people when I was younger, it's like, shh, you're fucking being rude. Stop thinking negatively. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of all the possibilities. The worst thought came out first. I just wanted to warn you that this could possibly happen. And then when it does, I ain't going to be shocked about it. I personally don't give a shit. I'm just trying to, like, keep things as peaceful as possible. But if you want war, then I shall keep my mouth shut up. The funny thing about it is I care about safety, but I'm not safe within myself, if you get what I mean. I've tried exiling myself from this existence 6 motherfucking times. And I've saved more people than I could even consider counting about just because to me it's a little thing, to you it's everything. I don't know, at least that's how some of you guys make it seem like, because I don't really get it. Like there's something wrong with me from my emotional development. Like I get that. But you're telling me sitting here meant that much to you? You're telling me listening meant that much? You're telling me getting something off the top shelf, the bottom shelf, lifting this up, moving this there, giving you a hug, giving you a smile, just giving you a kiss on the cheek, just giving you attention. You're telling me that meant that much? Just something so little, and here I am chasing after the fucking grain, and you're telling me it's all I had to do was listen to you, and now you don't want to hurt anybody? I think the system had me all wrong, all twisted around. Like, don't get me wrong, growing up, I was probably hands down the most aggressive version of myself, and that's because, well, I was still learning. And clearly I still am learning, but my classes are in different subjects now. Having an autistic sister, which I've probably said this more times than I can even fucking count, that says Ethan, and I'm coming fresh from the home country of hate, anger issues and all. In all honesty, I've seen that hold true in at least two other Haitians that I've personally lived around. Myself, Richard, and David, he is Haitian. Moise. But I will admit, I've never seen him get temperamental, even though I've intentionally tried to piss him off, just because I've seen myself get pissed. I've seen Richard get pissed way too many fucking times to even count. And I'm just like, what does this nigga do when he's pissed? Let's piss him off. To be honest, I don't think I've ever successfully pissed him off, even though I was an asshole older brother. Yeah. You learn, you live, right? So the long story is, I guess, how I got into, I guess, caretaking, because apparently there's a story there. And I don't know. I just think it's my life. It's my existence. And from how I've been seeing a big whoop, we all have a sad story. Just shut the fuck up and keep moving forward. I'm like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. The reason why people get to where they're at is because they told their sad story, figured out how to monetize their sad story. They figured something out that didn't break them, but made them want to go up higher. And it's like the self-confidence that essentially gets seen as delusional because you guys can't see what I can see, but I can see what I can see. And that's all that really matters. As long as I can see the image that I'm looking for, I don't need your approval. But there's so many semantics in the conversations to get these jobs to be in these places. Like, yeah, I want to clearly be successful, but what does success look like to me? I'm pretty sure it's not the exact same way it looks like to you guys, because honestly, my success is to have enough land, enough house spaces, and to be left alone. As well as produce a bunch of videos to help the social community, as well as the kids, as well as even the community that's not even on there. So the homeless, the veterans, like I literally want to help, but what I've come to realize, which you guys are so slow on catching up, is the system's only working because it's fucking broken. You're telling me for as many houses they're condemning, you can't fucking find carpenters that are willing to fix up. Use the fucking motherfuckers that are in training. And even set the house up like an Amish style. It doesn't even fucking need to have heat, but at least make it well insulated enough while leaving enough blankets inside the home so the homeless could at least get heat, or leaving stations in the house so you can build your own heating areas. That way the rafters are high enough, because I'm assuming you guys are carpenters. You guys probably have tricks and tips to be able to make fires within the homes that aren't necessarily fireplace, so it's not technically speaking costing up the ass, and everything costs money, and where are we going to find the funding, where are we going to find the tools, where are we going to find the materials? Why don't you want to fucking help the world? Because when you don't want to do something, you're going to come up with a million excuses. Fuck, I do that shit all the time. You're making up excuses. No, motherfucker, I'm making up valid points on why the fuck I don't want to do it. You're just saying it's excuses. What the fuck is the difference between an excuse and a response? Nothing annoys me about existence in life, but that's besides the point. So essentially, people just want to hear my life story like it's interesting. I'm like, bitch, I want to die. What the fuck is so interesting coming from Haiti with heart issues, being adopted by a Caucasian family? One is a retired Navy, the other is a fucking retired. Being raised by 11 mentally disabled siblings while still being a foster home for other, not necessarily siblings, but for essentially like a beacon for other kids to get their medical services done, to be sent back to the country that they originate from. And after me, I was the first Haitian to come Anstey. And then after me, there was like fucking Stefan, there was Flamanda, there was Richard and David, there was Dougie, there was Ebony. So 6 kids after me at least. And those are the ones that I remember. And those are the ones I remember. There was already 11 in the house when I first came, plus the alternating 6. I've at least experienced 17 other kids in my life. And then there's like 3 kids that we looked on the internet that we never even got the chance to ever meet because of circumstances and financing, like Logan, Rebecca, as well as, I don't know, we're gonna have like another baby boy that I don't remember what the hell his medical issues were, but there was a financial issue. From what we're told by David is this company or these people do a lot where they'll say they need more funding as because they just mismanage their funds, because when you're a fucking corrupt system that nobody checks on, you can do whatever the fuck you want to and make up all your fucking rules. But when you're a single entity and you do your hardest to work and you fuck up something, you're going to jail forever. Sadly, you don't have a huge lawsuit team that can beat the fuck out the American system or whatever system. I don't fucking know. Either way, what I'm trying to tell you is if you have money, you're untouchable. If you don't have money, you're easy to fuck, and you're basically on Epstein's island, but it's called America. And you don't have to be a kid. Everybody's getting touched. That's besides my point. I know I'm sounding a lot of craziness, but like once you guys wake up, you'll realize I'm not that crazy. You guys are just behind. Like I've even been trying to think about like how much of the story to incorporate. What years do I go through? Do I talk about how I used to get huge into Illuminati in my earlier teens and had a fucking mental breakdown? It's like, oh my gosh, this world is so dark. This world's so twisted. This world's so messed up. They can see all my stuff, but they haven't locked me up yet. So I guess I ain't done real much shit. So, if they know everything, then that's when I figured out the system's broken for a reason. And then again, that's how I learned that the rules only apply for dollar amount is under M and B. If you ain't a millionaire, if you ain't a billionaire, then you definitely paying shit. As well as who you know. Well, more or less of how you know, not always who you know, because what the fuck does it matter if you know somebody, if you don't really know somebody, like, you know, dirt on them, blackmail or something that's going to make them be like, you know what, I'm going to give you something to make sure you stay quiet, or you know what, I'm going to give you something to make sure you ain't never speak again. It's one of the two. You better be able to be bought or be comfortable being dead, one of the two. And you ain't got to believe a damn thing that I say, but 90% of the times, shit, I be telling the truth.